From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Poland says that it and its NATO allies shot down Russian drones that violated Polish airspace in what it called an act of aggression as Russia launched further massive aerial attacks on Ukraine. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk says the Polish airspace was violated overnight by a large number of Russian drones. Several European leaders said they believed Russia was intentionally escalating its war on Ukraine. The European Commission president said today she would seek sanctions and a partial trade suspension against Israel over the war in Gaza. Prime Minister Mark Carney will open 2 days of planning sessions with his Liberal caucus today in Edmonton, ahead of Parliament's return on Monday. Prime Minister Carney will have a tall task for his first federal budget expected next month. Experts are expecting deeper deficits from Ottawa as the Liberals push to shift Canada's economy away from the U.S. Sahir Khan of the Institute of Fiscal Studies and Democracy says it's up to Carney to explain why the trade war is fueling steeper deficits.
And really have to explain the context that we find ourselves in and the cost of being independent as a country in that context. And it's not free.
Outside higher spending on defense and infrastructure, the Liberals are also looking to trim day-to-day government expenses over the next 3 years. A third Canadian was among the tourists killed in Portugal earlier this month when a streetcar crashed in Lisbon. Aziz Ben Harif, a Canadian who lived in Ottawa, was on vacation in Portugal with his wife, who suffered serious injuries, according to her brother and a GoFundMe page. Global Affairs said last week it was aware of 2 Canadian citizens among the 16 killed. A couple from Quebec, both archaeologists, had been identified earlier as among the dead. A judge is expected to decide today whether the suspect in Vancouver's Lapu Lapu Day festival attack that killed 11 people is fit to stand trial.
Adam Kaiji Low is accused of driving an SUV through a crowded street on April 26 and faces 11 counts of second-degree murder. 2 forensic psychiatrists were called in as expert witnesses in the fitness hearing held in July before legal arguments from defense lawyer Mark Schwartz and Crown prosecutor Michaela Donnelly. A publication ban has prevented any reporting on the evidence heard at the fitness hearing, although that will not apply to covering today's outcome. Rob Westgate, The Canadian Press.
And a controversial documentary about the deadly October 7th, 2023 Hamas attacks in Israel will make its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival today. The Road Between Us, The Ultimate Rescue from Montreal native Barry Averich, chronicles a retired Israeli general's mission to rescue his family during the attacks. Pro-Palestine protests have taken place at TIFF by demonstrators concerned that the film is art-washing Israel's ongoing offensive in Gaza. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Tyler Heineman drove in the winning run in the 10th inning as the Toronto Blue Jays rallied past the Houston Astros 4-3. Heineman says his heart was beating out of his chest for nearly half an hour after the walk-off win.
I mean, that's literally what you dream about, so it was awesome. I'm just kind of right now starting to come down.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa's 2-run single in the bottom of the 9th tied the game at 3. The come-from-behind victory came hours after Toronto put all-star shortstop Bo Bichette on the 10-day injured list with a sprained knee. The Blue Jays still hold the best record in the American League, and they lead the Yankees and the Red Sox by 3 games in the AL East. The Yankees were the victims of a 9-run 7th inning in being mauled by the Tigers 12-2 in Detroit, while Boston shut out the Athletics 6-0. And in the WNBA, the Las Vegas Aces won their 15th straight game. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.